Hey guys, welcome to what you're watching Open Studio in Cape Town TV. As always, I'm your host for today's show. My name is Danny Kamba, and joining me in studio today is an amazing gentleman who goes by the name of Themba, who's from an amazing organization called Love Life. All right, so today we're going to speak about an amazing event or an amazing milestone that is taking place this year, and that is the 20th anniversary. All right, so before Mr. Themba take us through this amazing milestone, we're just going to get to know a little bit more about you and also about the organization. So welcome to the show.
Welcome. It's good to be here.
No, it's great to have you here. You know,
Yes.
I was looking at you backstage. Like I said, you're full of smiles. You are happy.
Totally.
Yeah, and I can see you are reflecting what you stand for and what you are doing, which we really appreciate. So, before we get to speak about the anniversary, can you just tell us a little bit about you, your background, how you got to be involved in this initiative?
Lovely. Thank you very much. My name is Themba Maseti.
Yes, sir.
I am I am Themba Maseti. I am the Programs Operations Manager for Love Life in the Western Cape.
Okay.
And we are here as an organization. We've been existing for the past 20 years and trying to really build and strengthen young people within the communities.
Wow.
And as you know, that the organization was formed in 1999 and it's still existing even now.
Wow. So when you say look after the young people within the communities, so what exactly does the organization do?
Well, in response to the HIV epidemic,
Okay.
that's what the organization was formed for. Then it became as an awareness campaign to young people, trying to create dialogue and also trying to create initiatives where we can assist young people, to reduce, in terms of HIV infection.
Yeah, and how do you do that?
And how we would have done that as an organization from the beginning. We partnered with communities and we partnered with a lot in terms of what we can achieve in talking to young people. And you learn that it happens that the discussion as we're coming through, the democracy as a country, there was no discussion on how really we can respond to some of the ills within our communities. And so the organization, through its core business, and we were formed to be able to go into communities, talk to communities, build youth centers, and have groundbreakers within those communities that can start having those discussions with our young people.
Wow, and I mean, hearing about what you're saying and judging by what we've seen and what we know about this amazing organization is that it's been successful, for over all these years up until now that you are celebrating a huge milestone, which is 2 decades of being active. So walking our way up from 20 years ago. I mean, what was the challenges? How long have you been part of this, if I may ask?
I've been part of this for 8 years now.
For 8 years. So for your 8 years being part of this organization, how has this experience been like for you?
Totally, it's not business as usual, and you'll understand that if you are an NGO, survival is very tough because due to funding.
Yes.
But we found ourselves, achieving this milestone because we've worked with departments, in terms of Department of Health, Social Development, Department of Education. Remember that the young people that we are talking about and our messaging is going through, it has to really talk to those organizations because they are actually the custodians, of these communities. And also, as I said, in partnership with communities, it's very important. We cannot work in silo as an organization. We must work with people and gatekeepers within those communities. Yes, indeed, we have achieved that milestone. And we are still looking forward into really venturing into the new world, as an organization and maybe taking it to another, decade and so.
Yes. Oh no, definitely. Because I mean, seeing that you are part of or working together with communities, which means you get this kind of support that lasts forever, so to speak. And hearing about what you're telling me right now, you are working with young adults, I believe, young people. So what are the age groups we are looking at when we speak about the HIV awareness?
Well, when we started in terms of our age group, we were focusing on 15 to 24 years. But now we are focusing on 10 years to 24 years.
Wow.
As an organization, because we see that it is important that messaging must not only leave those you know, that already have grown up. We must plant a seed even to those that are still young.
Very young one, yes. And also another thing that you mentioned is funding, you know, which is a common problem that many NGOs are facing, you know, and in some cases, the chairperson, whoever is part of an event within an organization, sometimes have to scratch from their own pocket, you know, to fund an event. So, with your 8 years of being part of this amazing organization, how has that particular point been a challenge to you?
Not actually being a challenge. What is important for us as Love Life, we are a national NGO, you know, and then we are also having our footprint within the provinces and within the districts, you know, that we are working in. So our development as an organization start from that point and downwards in terms of cascading to us. So it's very important that each province also has what we call their own business development, you know, where we establish relations with communities, we establish relations with funders, and we look on corporate social investment, and this is where we are at the present moment, where we say, you know, we understand the product that we have as an organization, and it's a beautiful product that even, you know, other people can invest into what we are doing, because at the end of the day we are building complete young leaders who will be in charge of their health, of their lives and their future, which is what everyone is looking for. And hence we say it's important that people really invest if they have a potential to do so into what we are doing.
Yeah, and you mentioned international. I mean, look at the levels, international. So obviously over the years, the organization has grown its name. And if it is recognized internationally, then I mean there is something great that's being done over there. So when we speak internationally, what are we talking about? What are the countries that we are talking about? Or which provinces are we talking about?
As I said, we have our footprint in all the provinces, you know, in the country, and we've had an opportunity also to take our programs to areas like Zimbabwe, Tanzania, and we've also had some exchange programs with England, you know, which were very successful, and also with the French embassy. And we did have that exchange program where it really resulted in good fruits for us as an organization to be recognized and to be known that we are there and we exist.
Okay, wow. So the exchange program, how does that work? Is that where a candidate is switched? Or
we give our young people an opportunity to be able to go and visit other countries. Remember, one of the things that we are saying as an organization, we are leaders in youth health promotion. You know, when you lead into that space, you need to really move with the times. Things change. So you must learn something else from other people and from other countries, how they do these things. Hence, we always talk about our model of youth centers, because as an organization, we have what we call youth centers, where we are building, you know, all our provinces from that position.
All right, so we're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to go more into details with regard to the 20th anniversary. So for those that's watching at home, guys, I urge you not to go anywhere. There's a lot to take in, I know, but stay tuned, back with the seatbelt on, going, we'll be back after this. Welcome back. If you just tuned in, you're not too late. You're watching Open Studio on Cape Town TV. As always, I'm your host for today's show. My name is Danny Kamba. As I've mentioned earlier on in the show, we've got an amazing show today, because joining me in studio is Mr. Themba from an amazing organization called Love Life. All right, so we spoke a little bit about his background, also about the background of the organization. So if you missed it, you can always catch it when the show do go live. But now, for now, just to continue, we spoke about the background of the organization, as we mentioned. Now to go into more depth, why we are here is actually because of the 20th anniversary. All right. So tell us about this event. All right, about this milestone.
Totally. As I've said before, it's important for us to understand what Love Life stands for in terms of youth health promotion and also promoting social activism among young people. So we are really celebrating a milestone where we've seen, you know, in the past 20 years, young people come in and out of our programs, and we believe that those programs have made an impact and a great change into their lives. So as an organization, we are having events across the country, and even here in the Western Cape, we will be having our own events where we are celebrating some of our achievements. As we do so, we will also be showcasing some of our young talent and young people that have come through the programs and what has happened into their lives. And as I've said, that it's critical for people to understand that we don't only find ourselves in the space of health, we also find ourselves in the space of sport. You know, we are also finding the space of development, you know, for young people. So we believe that the future is still great for us as an organization, and hence we are really feeling that it's critical. This 20 years, it's a beautiful thing that organizations don't last that long, you know, especially NGOs.
Yes.
For us to be able to have survived into this space and we are still here, it's beautiful.
Wow, and I can hear that your organization is very hands-on, you know, when it comes to dealing with these young people. And also just to touch more on the events,
Yes.
what exactly is happening at these events?
What we'll be having in terms of celebrating our 20th anniversary, on the 15th to the 16th, we are having sport games around the Khayelitsha area, where we want schools around that area to celebrate with us, but using indoor sport at Tusong Center. And also we are having a great footprint when it comes to sport because of our messaging and our information and the advocacy that we have for young people, you know, to achieve and to be great. Because we believe that sport can change lives. Sport can change, you know, families. Sport can really impact good into the lives of our young people. Hence we'll have that type of an event. And then our second event we'll be having in Knysna, in an area called Concord, where we will be having a dialogue by the community. As much as we are in that space, it's not about us giving a messaging, it's all and for all. We want to listen to what the people are saying in terms of young people. So we'll be having a community dialogue that will be on the 22nd in Knysna, where we'll listen to what the community of that area is saying. Especially we have a youth hub that exists there in Knysna of Love Life. It's a youth hub, not a center.
Hub. Okay.
Remember, we have youth centers. We also have
youth
what we call a youth hub, where young people are coming in and out, and we are able to really give a lot in terms of building them as young people. That will be happening on the 22nd of August. Then on the 28th, we are going to Oudtshoorn in the Southern Cape. You know, we are visiting that area. We want to create a debate competition there between two schools, where we feel we want to bridge a gap between the township school and the other school on the other side. And we want to create that debate, especially now that it's Women's Month, you know, as an organization, so that young people are able to have a voice and they can stand and share, you know, how they feel on issues that affect our community. Then our last event will be here in Cape Town again, in Langa on the 30th of August, where we'll be having a breakfast. And where, remember I said one of the things that we are busy with, it's business development. Because we need to sustain what we are doing. We need to be really building for the future at the same time. We want to invite stakeholders like yourselves to come and see what we do and be part of what we do. And hopefully in the future, it will create another dialogue and also create an opportunity for funding for us as an organization.
Wow, that's a lot happening in 1 month.
Yes.
In which date exactly does the 20th fall on?
The 20th is within the month of August.
Within the month of August.
Within the month of August. It's already here.
Yeah.
You know, you know, so other areas are doing it in different dates, but those are the dates for the Western Cape.
Okay, so if we're looking at the Western Cape as abroad, in which communities are you actually are you currently operating?
Remember, Western Cape is huge, and with our funding, we cannot reach every community. But we are here in the Cape Metro, within the communities that exist around here. You can mention your Khayelitsha, you can mention your Delft, your Danun, you know, and also Langa area, and also Lenteghier. That's where you can find us. Also in the Southern Cape, we're in communities like Mossel Bay, George, Grootbrak, you know, Duiseldorp, and also Oudtshoorn in Bongoletu. And that's where you'll find our footprint as an organization.
Wow, that's a lot. You know, that's a lot. So, who is all invited to this event?
As you know, it's just a breakfast. Everyone would love to invite everyone, but we are hopefully that stakeholders that will really be interested to be part of our breakfast, we would like for them to be there. And we have our team that is working on those invites and making sure that also the government will be part of it. Okay,
that's awesome. Now, when you speak about team, you know, there's so much that's happening currently with Love Life, and also around this celebration. So who the team that you mentioned, are they all volunteers? Are volunteers welcome, or Or is it all employees?
Yeah. Remember, Love Life every year within the Western Cape will employ what we call groundbreakers, 50 of them from these various communities. So every year we'll have this new group of young people that are called groundbreakers. They will be with us for a period of a year where they'll be taught on facilitation, presentation, and also being able to know how to be mobilized communities. So we have that team of young people that exists within the Western Cape.
Yeah.
We also have our coordinators that are looking over those young people. Those are staff members of the organization, and through our administration office, those guys are able to run and visit communities, build relationships of trust, and also mobilize communities into a buy-in into what we're doing as an organization, so that we don't claim impact into those communities without those communities being involved. We also work with our stakeholders, in terms of, as I said, Department of Health. You'll see also NGOs like Soul City that we really partner with and work with them into these communities.
Wow. And you mentioned two programs so far that, or which I can remember, that the organization is doing for the young people, and that is the awareness on HIV and also the business side of it. Can you just tell us, run us through the two, what exactly is being done?
Yeah. Remember what we do in terms of our young people that are called groundbreakers. We place them into clinics.
Okay.
Within these communities.
Yeah.
We also place them into the sport hubs within the communities, so that they are able to teach young people. We don't make decisions for young people.
Yeah.
We give them information.
Yeah.
We make sure that at the end of the day, they make the right choices in terms of their lives. Hence, we are in the space of youth development.
Yes, sir. Wow, that's a lot to take in, and that's some exciting news. So if you're sitting at home and you're wondering, what is Love Life? Well, I urge you to please go on the website and learn more about them. So we're going to take another short break, guys. Do not go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to continue with our conversation. So stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. We are almost at the end of the show, but you're never too late to learn something new, because joining me in studio today is an amazing guy who goes by the name of Themba. Themba, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
your name has been giving me tongue twister whole show already. But like I said, mentioned earlier on, it's good to have you on the show, and also to learn about this amazing organization, Love Life. We spoke earlier on about the history of the organization, and also your history and how you got involved into what the organization has been doing so far in raising awareness of HIV and AIDS within young people and the communities of South Africa and abroad, and also the business, teaching them the business skills and the sports and things like that. So now we want to know, how does one get involved? One that's watching at home now is thinking, I want to be part of this movement. I want to be part of Love Life. So how do they get involved?
Well, it's very simple. We are available. People can contact us. We do have our call center that people can just send a please call me on, which is 083-323-1023. It's very easy. Then they can mention which communities they are from.
Okay.
Then they will be linked in terms of referral, into those communities.
Yeah.
But what is important, as we are in the space of really active social activism amongst our young people. People can see us in communities, and we are no longer having the life of the billboards.
Yeah.
Remember, Love Life for many years used to be seen everywhere and could be contacted. But now it's easier. People can just send a please call me. Also, they can contact our office in Langa. Here in Cape Town, we do have a youth center which has an administration block, in Langa. Corner Rose Inns and Washington, that's where we are.
Okay, wow. So just thinking ahead now, moving forward. The organization has done very well from
1999.
From 1999 up until 2019, okay, to 2 decades. So where do you see the organization in the future? Where do you see it, let's say, in 5 years' time?
As I've said, we are still busy as an organization, and we are really moving with the times.
Yeah.
And we believe that we'll still exist. Hence, one of our slogan is powering the future.
Yeah.
We are really sure that we'll still be there, especially with the fourth industrial revolution, that is taking place, and really it's already here. people need to understand, and young people are excited about this. As an organization, we feel in that space we are also developing. Hence, you'll see in our youth centers, we have Media-Wise as a program that we are running, where we are teaching young people, journalism, community journalism, skills to really stand, in the future. And we also have a program that we call Cyber-Wise, that we are teaching our young people in our center basic computer skills, so that they are able to have that skill that can never be taken away. And also we have partnered with other, corporate, which I cannot mention at the present moment, for things like computer coding, within our centers. And we are busy with that. And we are starting this from the age of 10 years upwards. And we are giving our young people a skill. And we are really working hard as an organization to make sure that in terms of youth unemployment, we also contribute into that and assist our young people.
Wow, coding, that's amazing. That is really moving with the times and moving with the program.
Totally.
Like you mentioned. So just thinking ahead, with regards to the organization as a whole, where do you see this movement, adding on? You mentioned you are currently in Zimbabwe, if I'm not mistaken, and other
Yes, we've visited those countries.
Where else would you want to be?
We'd love to see ourselves globally for sure,
Yeah.
especially in Africa as a country. We've made inputs in some communities, we've partnered with some communities within the country, but what is critical for us is to really find who we are as an organization.
Yeah.
Hence we said we are in the youth health space.
Yeah.
But we are not only focusing onto those health issues, we are also focusing on and how we can really prosper our young people to be better leaders tomorrow.
Wow. So just one more time, tell us what is the vision for those that missed the whole first section of our conversation. Can you just tell us the vision of the organization and also the mission?
Okay. The vision of the organization is very simple. It's youth health promotion as a leader into that space. But we do that through social activism and active lifestyle, where we say it does not help for us to talk about health and our young people are not busy doing things that can really build them to be better young people tomorrow.
Wow. And your mission?
That's part of our mission.
That's part of it.
That's part of
wow,
our
that's it's a lot to take in, but it's valuable information to take in.
Yes.
It is really something that one should consider, because it's my first time hearing about Love Life, but
Wow.
hearing what is being done actually makes me think, why have I not been part of this, for so long? I've been alive now for 22 years, and this has been around for 20 years. Somewhere something is wrong, and I can see I'm missing out on a lot. So for those that's watching at home, like we mentioned earlier on, that wants to be part of this, is there any, social media sites that they can get a hold of, any website?
Yes, in our Twitter at lovelife.ngo, and as you have said, we are powering the future.
Yeah.
You can call us on our Please Call Me line 083-323-1023. We are available, and you can look and be able to say which location you are at, so that you could be tied to the nearest province or provincial office that you can talk to.
Yeah, wow. So what has your experience been like so far, being part of the organization?
Great. As I said, I'm smiling because when I
Yeah.
look at young people becoming better than I am, that's the goal. Because we are powering the future, and we believe that the future of our young people really is now, not tomorrow.
Wow. And you mentioned also at the event, you're going to showcase the achievements that the young people have achieved.
Yes.
So is there anyone that you want to tell us about?
As I've said, not only are we talking about these young people, some of these young people that have gone through the program are even working for the organization now
wow.
in higher positions, than when they started. And that is an achievement. That we don't only have young people that we think they are good, but they are not good for their very same organizations.
Yeah.
Those are the achievements that I'm talking about.
Wow.
Some of these young people, you see them on media houses, young people that have come through our program, they are working on better places today.
So, sir, I thank you so much for coming into studio today, chatting to us about this lovely organization, a lovely initiative, and also about the organization, about the event that's happening in celebration of the 2 decades and the milestone that the organization has achieved. So, for those of you that's watching at home, I thank you so much also for tuning in. Thank you for being with us for those few minutes, guys. And also, I wish you all a blessed Women's Month. Until next time, my name is Danny Kambwa. Bye-bye.